Dillon Gabriel believes the Browns' QB job is his to lose. Shedeur Sanders now faces harsh NFL reality. As the NFL offseason inches toward training camp and preseason kickoff, all eyes are on the Cleveland Browns. Specifically, the quarterback room that's shaping up to be one of the most chaotic, controversial, and crucial plots of the 2025 NFL season. While media chatter continues to swirl around big names like Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco, two rookies, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, are quietly writing their own chapters. And if recent reports and observations are anything to go by, one of them is already separating himself from the competition. In a year full of uncertain quarterback hierarchies, rookie Dillon Gabriel is sending a crystal-clear message. He's not here to warm the bench. He's here to take over. I only know one way to prepare. I only know one way to work, and that is as the starter, said Gabriel during an interview. How I approach it, I'm trying to beat yesterday. That mindset, relentless, focused, and fierce, has started to set him apart, especially when juxtaposed with Shedeur Sanders' struggles. Both young QBs arrived with a storm of narratives swirling around them, but it's Gabriel who seems to be making the biggest waves right now. The battle begins. Rookie pressure meets veteran chaos. When the Browns drafted Gabriel and Sanders in the same 2025 NFL draft class, many believed the team was simply stockpiling talent, not looking for an immediate franchise savior. After all, with Deshaun Watson recovering from injury, Joe Flacco enjoying a renaissance, and Kenny Pickett added as insurance, Cleveland already had a crowded QB room. But this was no normal offseason. The Browns' OTAs and rookie minicamps were more than just foundational reps. They were auditions under a microscope. Coaches and analysts scrutinized every snap, every throw, every decision. And under that pressure, Gabriel didn't just survive. He thrived. Despite being undersized by NFL standards at just under 6 feet, the former Oklahoma and UCF standout commanded the pocket with poise. His footwork was sharp. His release was quick. His accuracy, lethal in short and intermediate throws. From 7-on-7 drills to full-team simulations, Gabriel carried himself like a player already familiar with the NFL rhythm. By contrast, Sanders, son of Hall of Famer and Colorado HC Deion Sanders, struggled to maintain consistency. While flashes of brilliance and athletic improvisation shined through, questions surrounding his decision-making speed and comfort under pressure began to rise. Analysts noted delays in his timing routes, occasional mental lapses, and a tendency to hold onto the ball too long, resulting in avoidable sacks during 11-on-11 reps. Ryan Fitzpatrick weighs in, a veteran's take. Former NFL journeyman QB and now respected analyst Ryan Fitzpatrick recently offered a candid assessment of the Browns' quarterback logjam while appearing on Good Morning Football. And for Dillon Gabriel, the feedback couldn't have come at a better time. Fitzpatrick didn't sugarcoat it. The Browns' QB room is a chaotic mix of aging veterans, hopeful rookies, and fragile depth charts. Yet, amid the madness, he expressed genuine excitement for Gabriel's future. They're excited about Gabriel, Fitzpatrick said. We could see him inserted in the lineup. Say week 7, week 8, week 9, if they've lost a few games. That's about the time you look at the bye week, and that's about the time you get replaced. Fitzpatrick's insight reveals both opportunity and danger. While Gabriel seems poised to rise mid-season, that same projection signals doom for Sanders. It's an indirect forecast that Cleveland's coaching staff may already be leaning toward Gabriel as the longer-term project, while Sanders risks fading into developmental obscurity. Numbers don't lie, they scream. According to team sources, Gabriel has already earned more reps with the second unit. His completion percentage in controlled drills was among the highest for rookies. In contrast, Shedeur Sanders struggled to find rhythm during full squad scrimmages. In OTAs, Gabriel, unofficial 64% completion in 7-on-7, 3 TDs, 1 INT. Sanders, unofficial 48% completion in 11-on-11, 2 TDs, 3 INTs. While stats from training sessions can only tell part of the story, the consistency gap between Gabriel and Sanders is hard to ignore. Even Shedeur's creative playmaking under pressure couldn't fully erase concerns about his slow processing and erratic accuracy. The narrative? Gabriel is NFL ready. Sanders, despite his pedigree and college accolades, might need a longer runway. Joe Flacco, the calm before the change? Meanwhile, veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, who led the Browns to a surprising playoff push in 2023, is back and remains the frontrunner to start Week 1. At 40, Flacco isn't trying to prove he belongs. Instead, he's focused on being the steady hand that keeps Cleveland's offense on track. During minicamps, Flacco completed just 18 of 35 passes, but showed 0 turnovers and vocal leadership. According to Fitzpatrick, that's what makes him invaluable. If I was their betting man, Joe Flacco is going to go into the year as the starter, Fitzpatrick said. He has the history there. He's the guy that will help them get off the right foot. Fitzpatrick referenced Flacco's remarkable 5-game stretch in 2023, 1,616 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, a 4-1 record, and a QB rating of 90.2. That legacy matters, and it's enough to keep the rookies on the sidelines, for now. Week 1 forecast: Flacco leads, Gabriel lurks, Sanders waits. As it stands, the projected Browns QB depth chart looks something like this. Joe Flacco, season opener starter. Dylan Gabriel, developmental number 2, mid-season takeover candidate. Kenny Pickett, veteran backup, insurance policy. Shedeur Sanders, fringe roster spot, possible practice squad demotion. That's a brutal fall for Sanders, who entered Cleveland hoping to silence doubters and blaze his own trail beyond his father's legendary shadow. Unfortunately, his quiet demeanor and sluggish camp have only amplified criticism. Mentality over mechanics. Why Gabriel is winning the locker room. One of the biggest differentiators has nothing to do with arm strength or footwork. It's mindset. Gabriel isn't just working like a starter, he's preparing like one. He shows up early, stays late, studies film obsessively, and commands respect in the locker room without arrogance. Several unnamed Browns staffers reportedly told local beat reporters that Gabriel's leadership style reminds them of a young Drew Brees, not in talent per se, but in preparation and poise. In contrast, Sanders is said to be more reserved, more introspective, perhaps too conscious of the noise surrounding his last name. While that's understandable, it's not helping him win the present battle. What's next? All roads lead to training camp. The true separation begins at training camp. Preseason games will serve as real-time audition tapes. Gabriel has a chance to cement himself as the next face of the franchise, or at least the future starter. Sanders must scramble to keep pace. Joe Flacco's leash may not be as long as it seems. If Cleveland starts slow, say 1-4 or 2-5, the fanbase will demand change. And if that change happens, Fitzpatrick is betting it'll be Gabriel's time, not Sanders. This isn't just about numbers anymore. It's about identity. Gabriel knows who he is. Sanders is still figuring it out. Final word, from long shot to leader? Dylan Gabriel entered Cleveland with low expectations, short stature, and even shorter odds. But in just a few weeks, he's flipped the script. Now, he's no longer the overlooked quarterback. He's the rising contender. And Shedeur Sanders? The pressure just got heavier. Not only must he battle Flacco and Gabriel, he must battle himself. As the curtain rises on the 2025 NFL season, one thing is clear. The Browns' quarterback story is no longer about Deshaun Watson's return. It's not about Joe Flacco's last hurrah. It's about a rookie QB room in transition and the quiet storm named Dylan Gabriel making a lot of noise.